What is going on, YouTube world? Everybody outside of the YouTube world. It is I, your Conquistadork Javier, and we are hanging out on a Silver Age Sunday with the mightiest panel of them all. And if you got them, show them off. Show off those books. As we do on a Silver Age Sunday, we are showcasing some Silver Age.
And it's an Avenger theme.
You're right.
Did not get the memo.
We have Stay Puft 1983. What's going on, Sean? Thanks for hanging out with us.
Man? Avengers 61.
And that was what was the cover artist on that again?
I think it's Buscema.
Schema. That's an awesome Avengers cover. We got Stone Cold Steve. What's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody?
And that's a beautiful copy of Avengers #2.
Little Kirby action.
Awesome, man. And we also have Boatwright. What's going on, man? Hey.
I got Iron Man 65.
Sweet, man. And Jeff, what's going on, bro? Is that your first Silver Age?
Yeah,
well,
man.
not first.
From from Steve Whiting. AOK'd me. We hung out yesterday and gave me X-Men 22. X-Men 22.
That is an awesome book.
First Silver Age X-Men book.
I almost made that thumbnail to this video.
Heck yeah, that's an awesome book.
Yeah, I was looking up X-Men Silver Age, and that's one of the ones that came up. Beautiful book, man. Shout out to Steve, man. The AOK Stone Cold Stunner.
I have to usher Jeff into the Silver Age someday. Might as well be this week.
All right, and in the Conquistador comic book chat, we have Life with Two YouTubers. What's going on? I believe her birthday is today, so
Happy birthday!
Same with me.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday for sure.
Yeah, it's Sean's birthday.
How we gonna have to bust out the guitar and sing a little tune?
It's Staples' birthday too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Staples. Sean's birthday as well, man. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Sean.
Libras unite.
That's right. Awesome stuff, man. We got 2 birthdays hanging out with us. That's some great stuff on a Silver Age Sunday. And we are missing Hialeah Comic Bro, Raul. Shout out to him, man. He's going through some things, so just our love and support goes out to him. Hialeah, one of the staple members of the mightiest panel of them all. He will be back with us next week, and we were going to do the Mount Rushmore of Bronze Age artists this week, but since Hialeah is not here, we'll save that for next week. We'll be doing that with him since, it's kind of his little segment that he does on this Silver Age Sunday show. But we'll just, showcase some books, man, in his honor for sure.
Look at Rod, man. Just a Rican in his comment.
We have Rod in the house. Puff,
look what he's saying, man. he's trying.
Rod.
He's trying to steal you away from us, man.
I know, right?
Man, Rod, you didn't show up last night.
That's right.
He's supposed to be one of the guests last night.
In which show?
You owe us, Rod.
We done locked Stay Puft into a contract. Let people know that.
That's the only way he would join us. We had to.
You have to give you have to give Silver Age Sunday a little money. You want to get
Yeah, we have to draft up legal papers. There had to be lawyers involved. Signatures had to be made for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the hottest free agent in the game, man.
Hey, but you were on the Power Hour. How was that, man?
Oh, it was a blast.
I saw you had that hella big belt, man. That was awesome. Yeah, man.
Hey, I still got it.
Oh,
it's
that's
in the room, man. If it is championship.
Oh,
that's a shiny belt, man.
Yeah.
It's a big old belt. Dang.
Rod says he feels bad about last night, Jeff. So
You got the little version.
Yeah.
now he
that's
owes you
all right.
one. Hey,
Yeah,
that's a
he
little
owes you
bit.
one.
You saw
Oh,
that, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, be ready next week. I'm supposed to be on your community shout out video, so you want me on the show, but be ready.
You better be ready.
Be ready.
Get those
Jeff said you better be there.
those royalties in check.
No, right. I just showed off. I'm the champ. All right. You want to interview the champ?
Yeah.
A birthday bonus. Heck yeah, that's hilarious. October 6th, he says that's when it's going down.
Yep.
October 6th. So
Next weekend.
be there for sure. I was on Rod's show. It was awesome. I didn't know what it was going to be like. I was pulling a whole bunch of books. I didn't know. You know, I was preparing I was over preparing. Yeah. But it was fun, man. Rod is a cool dude. Rod the icon, as Biggie likes to call him.
Hey, he might bring that coconut from the slab down there. Yeah. He just said it too.
I just laughed.
Hey, I don't know, man.
He just said it too.
He just said it. He's got it. That's what's up.
Get a lime. Get a lime for that damn coconut, man.
That's hilarious. But you guys were
not lagging.
Jeff. You guys were doing Rob's show last night. You had who'd you have on there? You had
Jeffrey Comic Con, and we had Fake Nerd Podcast. Ben, I forgot his last name, but we had Ben from Fake Nerd Podcast on, and then we had the Art Chemist jump on right out, like probably like 2 hours in. We had the Art Chemist jump in.
Awesome, Art Chemist, super dope artist. I think he's from New York as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in on NYC show too.
Dude, Yep, and me and Stay Puff were out in NYC's. Well, before I jumped in, some person jumped in and pretended to be me, and it was porn jumping in. Ask Stay Puff about that thing, man. That thing was freaking annoying.
That was hard.
So wait, this was
that thing was annoying.
Yeah, because he celebrated 1 year on YouTube.
Yeah.
1 year on YouTube on Comic Book NYC's channel. Go check him out. He's doing a contest giveaway right now.
But
I wanted to jump in to know what's up with them, and then I tried to jump it right before I even hit the link. Somebody else hit the link and pretended to be me.
Hey,
he's like, Jeff, what are you doing, man?
Jeff, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would have been more tasteful than that, man. Jesus.
Nice.
You guys were off the shoot before I did that.
Man, we saw some of the stuff you were showing on your battle against Javi. We know how you roll.
Yeah, man.
That's Frank Cho, man.
I'm a little more tasteful, man. I'm a little more tasteful.
Okay, so at Comic Book NYC, he was having a live stream, and he put the link to join his live stream in the chat. It was like an open invite, and I guess people are hacking in. Be careful with your live streams. I got stream jacked one time by 90 MF Comics and Hialeah Comic Bro one time. You know, me and Derek were doing our book club. I think it was the book club, or maybe we were just showing off some of our haul. And then all of a sudden, Hialeah comes.
Your haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was your haul. It was your haul video.
Yeah. But that was funny. But hey, that's risky, man. Having a troll come into your stream and then just
it ruins everything, man.
That troll
it can either go one way or
because he even came disguised as Boy Who Has 7.
He came in 3 times.
Yeah, and the last one, he put a video. The last 2, he put a video of Biggie Shack and a Boy Who Has 7, and then it just switched the point. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm glad I wasn't watching with my kids.
Yeah, I know. My thing is,
I
I'm
was on earlier
apologizing to
tonight.
Biggie. If Biggie does watch this later, I'm apologizing to Biggie because I kind of said I thought it was Biggie messing around with people. So I'm gonna apologize now to Biggie. I know it wasn't Biggie.
You're just pointing the gun at Biggie. You're just like, it was you.
Yeah.
No, that's funny.
I was pointing the gun at I wasn't pointing it at him.
Yeah.
I was just saying, oh, Biggie was probably just messing around and just
Yeah,
just
no, but to do it 3 times, that's that's just somebody who has a lot of free time on their hands.
Somebody booted Biggie and then came in as Biggie. Because Biggie said somebody booted him and then someone came in as Biggie right after I came in.
That's crazy.
And wait, this was after the Rob stream? The stream with Rob? Or this was before the stream with Rob?
No,
this was after.
This was before. It was this was before. Way before.
Because when I jump in on it was almost 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So no, Rob's stream went on until like 3:30 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So
like, you guys are mad.
Yeah, I hopped on because I wanted to congratulate NYC. So I was about to hit the link. So somebody must have saw my mouse or whatever. I was about to hit that damn link and they hit it, but they freaking spread it. They spread out my name, so you could tell it wasn't me in the first place. They spread it out the 813 like 8, and then they spread out the 1 and the 3.
Yeah, man. Like I said, somebody who just has a lot of time on their hands and just
everybody knows now what not to do.
What not to do.
What service announcement?
Yeah, pretty much.
I warned NYC about that while we was live. I was like, I remember this happened before. Maybe because I brought it up, somebody said, "Oh, let me do it." So I was like,
"Hey, Jeff." Rod says, "What the hell? I'm only 42. There have been no way I would have been on that show that long until 3:30 in the clock. 3:30 in the morning."
Well, Rod, suck it up, man.
Hey, he owes you one. He owes you one.
You owe me one, man.
Hey, all he needs to do is eat some coconuts, man. Drink some coconut juice, man. He good.
Yeah, he good.
Drink that coconut
Should have
milk.
been good to go. Take a nap during the day like an old man.
Yeah, we do. I do that.
That's what I gotta do.
After I hung out with Steve, I did that. Oh, and guess who got a hold of me yesterday? Remember I told you Perry was going hunting? Perry was going hunting yesterday.
Oh,
Steve?
yeah. He was there. He said it for
he got a hold hours. Yeah. He got a hold of me at like 1:30, 1:40. Said, "Where you guys at the comic club?" The guy said, "Oh, we'll show up or whatever." Because assuming he was gonna be earlier than 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But
you guys are early hunters.
Yeah. Pretty much, man.
That's what you got to do, man. The early bird gets the comic book.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
Got this in the mail yesterday. Got this thing in the mail yesterday.
It was like they shipped it to you?
Yeah, from England. And it's an indie book. The guys from New Zealand or something like that. It's about mummies and stuff like that. Hialeah would like this book.
That looks cool, yeah. She's like wrapped up in like mummy wraps, I guess.
Yeah, and it's by Perillo. Perillo did the cover.
Perillo's awesome, man.
Yeah. You said that was an indie book?
Yeah, it's an indie book. It's an indie book from England. Or New Zealand, one of those.
That's crazy. That's cool though. A lot of international stuff going on right now. Well, I know usually we were gonna do our Mount Rushmore, but I know Hialeah's not here. Like I said, we will be doing that next week. I just wanted to, since this is Silver Age Sunday, go over a little bit of the history of Silver Age. It's an age that I've been really intrigued by. Just the art style on the covers is amazing, and the stories have to do, they deal a lot with like outer space, science related themes, science fiction and things like that. That's another really cool thing that sticks out to me. A lot of cool characters, of course, got introduced at the Silver Age. But show off some books here. It's pretty much an age between a comic book time period between 1956 and 1970. Some say that it even goes until like 1975-ish. But 1970, 1969, that's like the cutoff point. But it started off with people recognize this book, DC Comics Showcase number 4. This is a reprint that DC did. And it was pretty much the beginning of the Silver Age. It reintroduces the Flash, this character, the Flash, back into comics after a 5-year absence. So the Flash was missing in comics for like 5 years, and they, decided to bring him back, reintroduce superheroes, make superheroes popular again. Really cool that I got this book, at least the reprint of it, The cover artist is Carmine Infinito and Joe Kubert. Joe Kubert is like somebody that we didn't mention in our top 4 Silver Age artists, but he did a lot of early Silver Age stuff. During this time, you know how people say, "Oh, video games cause violence nowadays." Well, back in the day, they didn't have video games, so they were really pointing the finger at comics. A lot of the horror stuff that was coming out, they say that it was linked to like teenage violence and like adolescent violence. And the Silver Age it put like the horror stuff, it re-emerged the superheroes. It reintroduced superheroes back into like the main titles, and it made superheroes popular. And the superheroes that were introduced during that time obviously are still popular today. We had Avengers, Captain America. These characters are still known today. Obviously, Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was, first DC, they came out with Justice League of America in 1961. And they reintroduced this, or like they revived this concept of the super team that was introduced in the Golden Age with Justice League and things like that. So Justice League of America was like the first big super team in the Silver Age, and Marvel came out with the Fantastic Four. We were talking earlier in the stream how Steve would love to have his copy of Fantastic Four #1.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, that's such a big book to have because it's Marvel's first big super team. It's a Jack Kirby, Stan Lee creation, the Fantastic Four, Marvel's take on this super team concept, and such a staple in comic book history, And then, of course, 1962, you had Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk. 1963, Iron Man, X-Men. And after that, you had the Avengers. And then in 1964, you had the Avengers revive Cap, and from there create one of the biggest super teams of them all, the Avengers. So a little brief, short history of the Silver Age of comics. This comic book era between 1956 to 1970. You know, a lot of things, of course, happened in between. You had a lot of different characters being introduced, but I think it's just so cool how, like, we know these characters till today. You know, it's crazy. It's some of our favorite superheroes were introduced during this time, and of course in Golden Age as well. But the Silver Age was really the time where the superhero concept was able to thrive, for sure. I don't know if you guys have any opinions on that, but that's just my little like history take on the Silver Age.
That is all true.
Very good, Javi.
Cool, man. Cool. Obviously, we also had like the comic authority.
Comic Codes Authority.
Yeah,
The thing I went after with the battle with me and you.
that was a really big thing in comics during the time. And if you did not abide to those rules, your comic would not get put out. So it was the industries working with the regulations, and even with those restrictions, Silver Age was still able to pump out so many books and so many good stories. And like I said, work with the regulations, whatever they had to do, they were able to still put out these amazing books. Shout out to all those artists and all those creators that were a part of it, for sure.
Yep.
I think Amazing Spider-Man had 3 that didn't have the code on it. I think it was like 97, 98, and 99, something like that.
The drug issues.
Comic code, yeah.
Yeah, the drug issues.
Yeah, the drug issues, they didn't. Yeah, they wouldn't approve those.
Even the Neil Adams one, I think, with Speedy on the cover, it didn't have a Codes Authority either. So.
No way, that's awesome.
Yeah, so.
And that's something that they just got away with it, or
no, they just didn't care. They
said it needed to be done.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's a little super cool piece of comic book trivia knowledge, for sure. I'm like taking notes, for sure.
Discovery Bay.
Yeah, man, we have JB join us. What's going on, Discovery Bay? Yo, what Discovery Bay does for the YouTube comic book community is amazing. Go check out his channel.
Yes, he is.
He
needs the hours. He needs more hours than anything else. He has the subs. He needs the hours now.
Yeah,
to get monetized.
Watch his videos. Keep watching his videos.
Yeah,
watch all his old content. It's all good. Yeah. I love his What's in the Box. That's my favorite. Obviously, all that he does and all the work that he puts, that's also really good. Discovery Bay, thanks for hanging out, man. Bubs Comics, what's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out. Geeks, Drinks, and Comics as well. Everybody in the Conquistadork comic book chat. Stay Puff, or actually anybody really. But I know Stay Puff and I were talking before the stream. I know you did your hunt today, your new comic book pickup today. I don't know if it's by you, if you want to show some books off.
Yeah, I'll show them off.
And if anybody else wants to show off some books after him, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
So I got the one book I've read so far is the new Harleen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. It was pretty good.
I liked it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to book 2. Can't wait till that come out.
I'm waiting on the Mayhew one. The Mayhew, the Joker and Harley one from Mayhew.
Show off
that one.
Show off your cover.
Yeah. I thought about getting both of them, but I was like, nah.
I did. There's the other ones on the other side of the room.
I like it. I'm getting a bit tired of spending, especially when on $7.99 book. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. But if it's a good read, I think it's worth it though. Like
I could read one copy and be good.
Oh yeah, but the
Yeah,
main
you
reason I got another copy, you never know. Just like Batman Damned. So right now I got both. I got the Jim Lee cover and the normal cover of the.
I got the Jim Lee cover of that. But the funny thing with Batman Damn was I never put that in my pull, and I really didn't have a strong interest in buying it.
Yeah.
But my shop knows I read Batman, so he put it in there. So it was the only copy left in the shop in my bin. And this was after all the craze and stuff with that book selling out because of the Batwing and all that stuff. So he was able to save me a copy.
That's cool, man.
My boys knew I wanted to check out the Black Label stuff, so they saved me 2 copies. You go, eventually you're gonna want, because the Nerd Out has a Conan 1 that I want. That's the first appearance of Men Thing.
Conan 1?
Yeah, Conan Savage Sword of Conan. The one we looked at TempaCon. Me and you looked at with that blue cover.
Yeah, and you're trying to trade that for the Batman?
Yeah, I'm gonna, since I have 2 copies of Damned, and Damned's pretty much worth like almost $80 anyway. So trade him that one.
Hey, that's a good trade, man. You have 2 copies. Hey, that's a good trade. All right, Stay Puff. What else you got? Hey, was it good though? The Harleen book?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
We enjoyed it. Me and Steve Puff enjoyed it.
I know some people have different opinions on it, but it's all good.
John and White Whale have their opinion. They didn't like it. They said it was too wordy.
Well, that could be comic books. 90% of the comic books we read could be wordy. So it depends on if the story hooks you or grabs you or not. So
yeah. But it's talking about mental health. That was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that was good. I got this for the homage cover.
Hey, yes, awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a read because if we're talking Bronze Age, you can't talk Bronze Age without Bernie Wrightson, and so I definitely picked that up.
It's not in a bag and board, but I got the reprint of that as well.
Nice.
Oh,
Jeff, that's another book that I would love to have.
Well,
have you read that yet?
Let's take the Javi and
the Stash of Trash. I showed that off for one of our
the Javi, really.
90MF Comics channel. Yeah.
That's the
but
the Javi, really.
I think
grab it to check it out.
I think Hialeah brought this up, so I went ahead and brought Once in Future.
Yeah.
Got issue 1.
They still have that at your shop?
For it.
Yeah, they still had it. This is the first print too.
Nice.
This was at Coliseum of Comics, so I was able to get that, and I got issue 2.
Sweet.
So
I'm
gonna read those. And then I got typical Red Sonja. I got the Red Sonja, Vampirella, Betty and Veronica.
Oh, I got that too.
Birth of the She Devil. I'm not too fond of this series. I really didn't think it was necessary because it's pretty much like a retelling of her origin, and we done seen that over the last 10 years on her other stories, so I didn't really think it was necessary. The art is good, and Perillo's covers is great.
Are those both? Are those both A covers?
The Red Sonja Vampirella. This one's a variant.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a C or a D cover, something like that. Yeah.
It's a C cover. It's the Laura Braga cover.
Yeah, and then I got the A. I think I got the A cover. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the A cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But they had that in my shop in my box, so I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And plus, I like Laura Braga's art, so.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Now I got Batman 79. I'm kind of just reading this out until Tom King is getting to the end, and then I'll probably just drop off. I'm not sure if I'll stick with Batman even with Tinian because I'm up and down with Tinian. His detective run was okay at best. There's some good things about it, and then there was some things I was like, So
yeah, Tinian's all right. He's
and if I got Amazing Spider-Man 30. It's an Absolute Carnage tie-in. Not reading Absolute Carnage, so whatever. I'm just gonna read these 2-parters and that's it.
Oh man, if Chad was here, he'd be freaking out.
He can freak out all he wants. I'm not a heavy Marvel reader like I used to be. Like most of my collection is Marvel, but in terms of like the last 5 years, Marvel is like, no.
Yeah.
I tend, if anything is hot, I'll give it a try and trade. You know,
That's
but I'm
true.
not gonna buy monthly comics from Marvel when they keep gouging up their prices a lot too.
Oh yeah. You're right.
And
But
Black Panther, this storyline continuing to go on.
Awesome.
Got this Vampirella 3 variant.
Awesome. I think Jason Scott Campbell did one of them too.
yeah, he did.
That was kind of a copy and paste, though. I've seen that Vampirella
Plenty of times, right? Or
yeah. I was like, why? It's not even new.
It's not new. There's a lot of those covers they're doing. They're not new. But
and you know what? Because on that cover, the Jason Scott Campbell one, it's actually a signature from 2014.
Yeah,
like it's been printed on the cover. His signature from 2014. I was like, what? This is new, but old.
Well,
that's why.
Not only I'm excited for volumes. What was it? Vampy 6. It's a new Archim cover.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice Archim on Vampy. That's a cool cover though. The one that you showed off, Stay Puft.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Story's not too bad though.
Then I got this. I stopped reading Superman Action Comics at 1,000. I dropped all my Superman books because Bendis took over, and Bendis.
When you saw that Perillo cover, I know you picked it up though.
That's what I just had to pick it up from Perillo, man.
Got me that one too.
Hey,
yeah, there you go.
Yourself one.
Mine got around across on the other side of the room, but I got it too.
Yeah, I had to grab it.
Naomi on the cover. I had to get that one. I got all the other ones with her.
Yeah, and then last but not least, I got Batman: Curse of the White Knight, the Gordon cover.
Cool.
Yeah, I got the white one. I got the other cover. I got A cover.
Yeah. I want to grab that one too, but
actually,
what was that?
I think Jeff's is the B cover. I'm not sure.
B or A, one of those.
I thought this was the B.
Oh, okay. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They had more of the B at my store, so
yeah,
that sometimes happen.
Yeah, that's a cool. Did you read that one yet or no?
No, I got all these today, so the only one I read was the Harleen.
Yeah, sweet man, that's super cool. New comic book day pickup on a Sunday, on a Silver Age Sunday. I still need to pick up
that's
books from this week, from last Wednesday, I guess.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing after the show. I'm gonna go pick up that first thing.
And before you go to somebody else, I did get this in the mail. It's the final issue of Queen Sonya Perillo cover.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
damn it, man. What? That's one I'm hunting for too, man. The final Perillo cover.
Almost a lot of those Perillo covers in the later run of this is high priced.
I'm like, son of a bitch.
I saw this at $12. I jumped all over.
Yeah,
nice. That's good. Good price for that.
What was it? I was looking at like Vampies, and then I didn't know it was only on Perillo cover. So they because Vampies had the A all the way up to H. I'm like, so I like the Perillo cover. So the Perillo cover was H cover. I'm like, oh shit.
Later life with two YouTubers.
Oh, is she leaving?
Gotta go. Have fun.
Yeah, see you later.
Have a great day. Enjoy your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, but thanks to her, man, I gained some subscribers too from her.
Nice. That's awesome. You guys have any Steve, Boat, anything you guys want to show off?
I only got one other book.
Yeah. You got
he said
hey, nice. You got the Gambit cover?
Yeah. Well, this is the only one they had. I had to take this one.
You had to take that.
Yeah, it was the last one left. So I had to acquire that because I have the rest.
That's good, man. At least you were able to pick up an issue, even though it was the Gambit cover. I know we showed that off in our Stash or Trash variant, and it didn't do too hot.
I acquired something. I acquired something at the flea market for Boat's kids, though. They're gonna like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both not even paying attention.
Make sure they're in the chat.
Yeah.
G.I.
In the
Joe.
chat.
That is
Friggin'
crazy awesome, man.
That is
Dude,
amazing.
yeah, they're gonna
Thank
like
you,
that,
Steve.
man. So
It's like
that was
is
my
cool.
pickups I had yesterday, outside of one I'll show later.
Yeah.
that's like a crazy Land Rover
Yeah,
machine thing.
it's the Cobra Crimson HISS tank.
Right?
Hey, it looks like it launches stuff. I was like, man, I think I'd have liked that if I was a kid. So
Yeah, I would have loved that if I was a
yeah,
kid.
and it's in the
Yeah.
box. I know. Boat says it's in the box. It's good. So it's got one of those characters in the box.
That's awesome.
Man, I remember having those G.I. Joe figures back when I was a kid, and I had the base. You know, I would have Cobra Commander come and attack him, and you know, G.I. Joe go fighting and stuff. Man, it was fun days, man.
I had all that Ghostbuster stuff too, man.
I had a lot
Oh,
of
the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I had a lot of the 3, 4, or like the smaller size ones. I don't know what you call them. I had a whole bunch of those. What you got, Bo? You have anything for us, man?
Yeah, I picked up my one pull I picked up for this week was the Ninja Turtles.
Mm.
The
New,
city.
I think it's 98.
Nice. That's an awesome cover.
Haven't got to read it yet. So we'll see how that goes. And I went to the flea market with Steve. When was it, Steve? Last
Saturday.
Last Sunday.
Last
Sunday.
Was
Last
it Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's right, because we had to run to get to this.
Yeah.
And got these.
Hey, that's awesome.
Vision and Scarlet #1.
Yeah.
And speaking of Gambit,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Is that
one of the
signed?
stands that Steve. Yeah, that's the one we got from your buddy Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy has basically has a whole couple boxes full of like manila envelopes with 2 books in it. And each book or each envelope has one signed book and one what was it, older age book, bronze, silver, or something like that. So this was the one that we got.
That's awesome.
I don't know who signed it, but he signed it. Steve already had this, he said, so he gave me his giant size Conan #1.
That's gonna hurt Javi's feelings. Oh my god.
No, man. Of course not.
I know. Javi's like, oh, Conan.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
this is awesome. I'm glad you already had this, Steve, because I love this.
Yeah,
that's a crazy cover.
That's an awesome cover, man.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Which ain't bad, you know. We put the guy was selling them for $10 per envelope.
Oh, that's cool.
So you got a signed book and you get an older book. Usually, I think he said they were #1s or something. I can't remember the stipulation of the things, but
Yeah.
got both these for $10.
That's pretty good, man.
That's not bad.
That Conan book's worth $10 for sure.
And since we're talking about Bernie Wrightson, I had to
Oh yeah.
pull this out.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Did he do all those Swamp Thing covers? What issue is that?
This is #9.
I think so. I think he did do all the. Yeah, I think
he
Wrightson did do all the covers.
You did a bunch
most
of them.
You have number
Yeah,
9.
I got this for $2. I scored this for $2.
What? No
Sweet.
way. That's awesome.
That's sweet right there.
So
Yeah, Bernie
that's
Wrightson
all-
has some great covers, man.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
That's why I had this out, because this is going to be one of my Bronze Age artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
have that
why I
one.
just said that I didn't have a book for mine because I gave them away.
This is crazy,
That
man.
would be very right.
Yeah, that's cool. One of mine
That's
and
awesome.
Bolt's favorite characters is Swamp Thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Man Thing and Swamp Thing are mine. So, besides
Yeah, I love
the pretty ladies.
I need to move these into Mylars. I just started getting some Mylars, Or
Yeah.
I just bought some and I've been moving my stuff.
Oh, that's what I need to do for my slabs. Mylars for my slabs.
For your slabs, yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
this week also, I finally got around to reading that Mr. Miracle #1.
Mm.
It was awesome. I'm hooked
Good.
after that first issue for sure. It was a damn good read.
The Jack Kirby.
So
Is that
I'm going after.
The one Jeff got you?
Yeah, I finally got a chance to sit down and read it.
Good.
A few days ago, earlier in the week, and I came out and I'm like, told my wife, I'm like, this was amazing. I'm like, now I got to get #2.
The Jack Kirby one.
That's
The
gonna-
Yeah, the Jack Kirby series. Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did all those. Yeah.
you gotta get into Forever People. That's also really good, man.
Oh, definitely. I have like volume 2 of the Forever People, like #1 and 2, I think, and 3, something
Yeah.
like that. I don't have the Jack Kirby one yet.
This issue is
I
great.
gotta slowly start chipping away those Jack Kirby #1s.
You will. Eventually, you will. If I see it at my shop, I will tell them to toss it in my box.
Is that #2?
Oh, there it is.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That #2s. That's the first appearance of Granny Goodness and Barta, Big Barta.
Not Big Barda, I don't think.
But yeah, but
Granny
goodness,
Goodness, yeah.
What a name, Granny Goodness.
Granny
It's awesome.
Goodness.
Yeah.
She sure ain't good.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the opposite. She ain't what she says she is.
Not at
You know, it
all.
kind of reminds me. You guys ever hear that old movie?
Oh,
Oh no, maybe his phone
Oh.
died. I know he was streaming on his phone, so maybe he has some issues with his phone. Maybe his phone died, but he should be back here soon, hopefully.
yeah, he's about to
will.
get into a good topic. Man.
Yeah, I know.
I know, man.
Tell a good story.
Right.
I had
Yep.
a couple more books to show off in a minute, but go ahead, keep going.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
All right.
You got kicked off.
There he is.
Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, you guys. I don't know if you ever heard of Steve. You might have heard of it. It's a movie called, I think it was like Mommy Dearest. It was like about Joan Crawford, I think.
Yeah, I heard. Of
I
that.
wonder if Kirby kind of like had that for inspiration for Granny Goodness.
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt
The
All right.
whole New Gods universe is so crazy, man. It's like
it. All right, since Bob brought the topic up, who would you guys have play Mr. Miracle in a movie? Who would you guys have play?
oh, that's
Granny
crazy.
Goodness? Yeah,
Yeah.
all those. Who would have
Do you
played
guys
all
know
those
who Ed? Do you guys know who Ed Asner is?
Yeah.
Ed
Yeah.
Asner, he's the old actor.
Yeah, he was on what was he on? He is on a sitcom, Mary Tyler Moore Show, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
Ed
talking about Ed
Asner.
Harris?
He did the voice of Granny Goodness.
No way.
Yeah, Superman. It was like a Superman Batman apocalypse or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was
I know that.
it was Granny Goodness, and it was her, the female character, but it was voiced, and he didn't even do any like he didn't try to change his voice. He just sounded like himself. It's
Who
just
was that again?
Ed Asner. You can
Ed.
Google or like YouTube it. Granny Good Ed Asner as Granny Goodness. It's pretty hilarious.
Cool.
They have like all the clips.
I could see Roseanne Barr or playing Granny Goodness. Who else? Or the other lady from what was it?
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was. Yeah,
Misery.
those
She
two.
provides nothing but misery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, when she hit his feet with that ballad
Oh,
of
my.
misery, man, I was like, oh man, that hurt me at home, man. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. What about Mr. Miracle? Who would be your Mr. Miracle, Jeff?
Who would be my Mr. Miracle?
Keanu
Huh.
Reeves.
Yeah, so actually, that's
Yeah.
not a bad idea. That would be kind of cool.
That's actually
Right?
pretty awesome.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I would agree with that one too. That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
Because Keanu Reeves is kind of low key, and
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle's almost similar to that, you know.
Yeah.
And we seen in John Wick how he could be an escape artist in certain situations. So
Yeah, they say, John Wick, are you back? He goes, I guess I'm back.
Do we have any confirmation on who Namor is going to be, or is Namor going to show up in anything yet?
Not that we know. Not that I know of.
Who this guy?
I thought they did pick Namor. I could
They
be
did.
wrong.
I'm not sure who they picked for Namor though.
That's number 8.
Yeah.
I hope it ain't The Rock though, man. I really don't want The Rock to be Namor because
No.
I'm not a fan of
big.
Namor. Like I'm not a fan of Namor.
I'm not the biggest fan of Namor. I think it'd be cool if they made him a mutant, you know, like threw him into the mutant verse.
Oh yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of cool.
But they'll
That's
probably
funny.
use
My
that as
my
their-
dad's that was his guy in comics. The Submariner.
He was
'Cause,
super
he was fighting
popular.
Nazis, and that's the covers he remembers. I was like, man, I wish you would have had some of them, man.
Yeah.
Brought them to me.
I think they'll use him for the stepping stone for the Fantastic Four. I think personally, like they'll have him in Black Panther 2, and then maybe they'll use him to kind of start up the Fantastic Four. I don't know.
And then the first thing he'll do is start bagging on Sue Richards.
Yeah.
They cast Chadwick Boseman was the perfect Black Panther to me. I
Yeah.
love him, man, in all his movies every time, man. If he's in a movie, I watch it because of him. That's how I know when I really like an actor. If I just
did you see him when he played? You see him when he played James Brown?
I watched that movie
was
like
him?
20 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
No way.
And then,
I've seen that movie so long. I saw that movie.
Yeah, because he played him and Jackie Robinson.
Yeah,
and
he played
42.
Jackie Robinson.
Yep.
He was a lawyer in another movie too. He was good in that too. God, I can't think of the name of it. But in that, he said them dancing scenes. That he was taught by what's his name? Usher was one of them. But who's the other kid that's in trouble all the time? The Brown. What's his first name? The rapper. It's always in trouble.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. He said Chris Brown could dance any of them under the table. He said he's awesome. He taught him all kind of how to do all that stuff, man.
That's
Because
cool,
James
man.
Brown was off the chain, boy.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
And
Good
you remember
stuff.
when he did that scene, stay when the Rolling Stones was coming in, and he
Yeah.
said, "I'm opening for them," and he came out, man, and he tore it up. He says, "Welcome to America."
Yeah, because it's hard to follow James Brown.
Yeah. But little did he know the Rolling Stones loved James Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Rolling Stones based a lot of their music off of the old
yeah, they loved him.
rock roll of the
That's who the
blacks.
producer of the movie was.
Yeah,
Was your boy the guy?
was it Mick Jagger?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
one of the producers.
I just remember him. I remember that scene where they were all in the room. It was him and his band, and he had to make that decision. Like, how are you going to sign off your name? You know, like, I think it was his band's name was. Do you remember his band's name? James Brown and the.
Hold on,
It was something I know.
It did have a name.
the Starlighters or something.
Yeah, or something like that. And
Something
I
like
remember he had to, like. That's how it was back then, you know. Like, that's how the music business is. It's just that's
Yeah, they
you
tried to
can either
separate you.
pay you can either pay everybody or you can pay one guy, you know. But man, James Brown killed it. James Brown was the man, and that movie was awesome too.
That movie was good, man. That
Yeah.
movie was
I enjoyed
good.
it, man.
I didn't know that was him, the same guy who.
Hey, I like when they jumped up there when Little Richard went out to go to the bathroom and they jumped up. On
Yeah. I love that
and,
scene.
And then you see Little Richard out there like, who the hell is that on my head? He went in there. We just keeping it warm, man. That was funny, man. That was a funny scene.
Yeah, I liked that whole sequence.
Cool, man.
And I'm gonna show something here.
Go for it, man.
Remember last week we was talking about cons and con experience and stuff. So I bust out my old New York comic book convention from way back in 1994.
Wow.
Wow.
And there's a lot of good stuff in there.
And that's what you said. That's when it was
Not New York Comic Con.
right. It was
Yeah, it was New York Comic Book Spectacular.
yeah.
A lot of people forget about that.
Did they sell you that book, or did you get that free?
No, this is like a program. You know,
Man, that's
it's free.
sweet, man.
Yeah, with the Mike Mignola art.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
and
no,
damn, I look at the list of names as guesses, all comic book, and I was like, man, I wish I had a time machine. Go back there, meet all these guys. Then, you know, you look.
Let's see that.
Holy hell.
You know, Frank
Chris
Miller,
Claremont,
Art Adams.
John Byrne,
John
Wow.
Byrne, man.
Rick Bryant, R. Adams.
Gene Colan,
Hey.
Bagley's there too.
Yeah.
This is just the first page from A to E.
Man.
So they were getting all the creators. Then you get some artwork.
That's awesome, man.
It's a hell of a program to get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
man.
showing you who
There's
these
some
people were.
some more creators. And I was like, man, going through this book, man, I was like, and I was there. And it didn't hit me as a kid. Kid, you go there just to have fun, get the toys, the comics, and all that stuff. And you look back, I was like, man, all these people are there.
Right, yeah, you didn't. I mean, 1994. That was when you were still collecting comics, or
Yeah, I was, slowly becoming the collector I am.
yeah. So
You know,
you couldn't really appreciate those names really back then, but
yeah,
Right.
but now you look back at, because the only book I had signed, and it wasn't by me, it was from my aunt. She gifted me the book. It was X-Men 300, signed by Scott Lobdell. And we sat at a panel there at the con.
yeah,
That was
But,
my first comic book I ever bought.
Uncanny
X-Men
300. Yeah,
That was my
that
very
foil
first comic
cover.
book. Yep.
Yeah,
John Romita Jr. drew it.
yeah. And that was when we liked the John Romita Jr. You know, his artwork was pretty good, cool. You know,
Hey, somebody really special in the chat. Great legend.
Yo, great legend.
thanks for hanging out, great legend. Happy.
hey, what's up, great legend? Yeah, I got some more here. All
Wow,
this.
that's awesome.
Wow. Dude,
That's really
half of that
cool.
stuff doesn't even need color, man. It just looks great in black and white.
Yeah. All these names, man. This,
Jay Lee, I saw Jay Lee on there.
Yeah, Jelly's been around for a while though, man.
Whoa, that's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. This book is an amazing piece. Some nice art previews,
Man,
man.
that's a heck of a
Scarlet.
program for free, man.
Yeah, that's a heck of a
Starling,
pro.
Andy Coop.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't really get programs like this and
Wow.
and stuff.
Not
Anymore.
no. Everything's all digital now. Well, this was digital too, but
That's like a whole book, man. He's got a whole book of nice drawings.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I got 2 copies of this.
Joe Quesada.
Mhm.
Joe Quesada.
Man, look at them sweet drawings.
Grindo. Yeah.
That's really cool that they kind of showcase everybody, you know.
Everybody's art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got all the ads promoting the other cons. It was nice, and then they got pinups in the back.
Oh boy.
You know, more stuff.
Man, just that thing's full of good stuff.
Yeah, man.
And
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Stonehenge.
yeah, I shared this on Instagram a few years ago. You know, it was everybody loved it.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
And that's from 95,
94.
94.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, I love going through this book just for some old school 90s art
nostalgia.
Wow.
nostalgia.
Batman and slogan.
It's awesome, man. I always look back at it. Yeah, so like I always treasure these. That's why I'm still glad I still got all my old programs and stuff.
That's awesome, man, for sure to have that. And that's like super cool to show off because New York Comic Con is like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yep. Next weekend.
You're going, right?
Huh?
You're going, right?
I'm not in New York. I wish I was in New York.
Yeah, I forgot.
I
I
wish.
was like, wait, you're not in New York.
Yeah, he's right down here with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the down there.
I gotta tell my brother to go. I gotta tell my brother to go and get me some exclusives, man.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, I'll buy your ticket. I'll buy your ticket.
Exclusives, man. At the different booths, man. I'm like, man, I wish we knew somebody.
So
I know.
I don't know. And Comic Book NYC is going.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Jeffrey Comic Con is going.
Con is
Art Chemist. Yeah, a couple of people gonna be there.
Art Chemist is gonna be there too. Dude, some of Art Chemist's work is freaking beautiful, man.
Yeah, he was showing that stuff last night, and I was like, man, that's amazing.
Right.
You can bet Jeffrey's gonna be at them booths getting them free books. Believe it.
Yeah.
Man, Jeffrey gonna be digging in for them Hulk books, man. You know.
Yeah. And any of them that are Hulk.
Yeah, he gonna grab most of his haul gonna be Hulk.
Yeah. It was cool to learn how he got his nickname on tonight's stream. With
on mine and Robert's stream, we figured out how he got Jeffrey Comic Con. He told us how he got it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You guys have anything else you want to show off? I know Steve.
I got a couple more Silver Age books.
I bought these at my LCS, like the Swamp Thing one, or not my. Well, I bought these at Tate's. It's the one that I showed off.
Yeah.
This Batman one, but it's crazy how they sell them. They put this like gnarly piece of tape all around the back.
Oh,
that's a big piece of tape.
And then it goes up into the front over here, so you can't even. I can't even open this up.
Yeah,
I gotta like
make that kid proof.
Yeah, I gotta take it out of.
That's probably what it is. They kid proof the book. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
So kids can open it.
I know Biggie is preparing for his Hunt Championship. He's showing off 12 center Superman covers. It's a pretty cool cover. It's cool finding out all the shows that are going on and finding out what people have interest in, and then being like, "Hey, man, I could add that to my collection." You know, like
that's the only problem.
Silver Age, like I don't have a lot. Let me see what I can find out. Or that's the only problem. Like Jeff now is getting me into Vampy, and I'm buying Vampy covers now. I'm like, oh no, oh no, what is going on? Yeah, man.
I want more of the eerie and stuff. The eerie covers.
Yeah, no, I mean all that horror stuff, all that eerie and all that. Yeah,
eerie, creepy.
Yeah,
old school horror
for sure.
Yeah, even heavy metals. Even I'm looking at heavy metals now too. I'll be like, son of a.
Steve, what you got for us, man?
I got I busted out a couple old Spider-Man books I got.
What a tangled web we weave. That is crazy.
Like
that's
them
awesome.
yellow and black covers get me, man. Especially the black covers because they're hard to get in good shape. I had to I haven't put my Craven up, so I busted that. I kept that out.
Sweet.
And this book, I always see this book, man, and this always for some reason, this book is always easy to get in good shape. I don't know why, but this one's in super good shape too. I've seen it like 3 times.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Shops.
Yeah, that's a nice cover.
Get a hold of it. That's why.
Yeah, man. Don't let anybody mess with it. That's a Romita cover there. He might be on somebody's list coming up next week.
Yep.
don't
I need to
know.
get myself some.
Possibly.
Yeah, mine's all bronze and mine's all vampy artist on mine, pretty much.
Yeah, I need to get myself some Amazing Spider-Man Silver Age. I don't have enough.
Yeah, me too.
But once you,
I gotta get some X-Men too.
yeah, well, yeah, that's what's now that you have one, now you need more. So
Yeah.
it's like the
This is one of the other few amazing Silver Age I got. Doc Ock.
Yeah, I love that Doc Ock cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that
Heck
one. That's
yeah.
nice.
look who's back, Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. That's issues. What issue number is that?
53.
53. That's awesome, man. What you got, Bo? I know you got one ready to show off. Oh, nice.
It's not a Silver Age.
Some
Still
Johnny
cool.
Cash.
Johnny Cash. It's a celebration. It's like there's like different artists and writers, and there's like I forget how many different stories are in there, and they drew and written on certain parts of his life and stuff.
That's awesome.
And I actually had to drive to Tennessee to get this one.
Wow.
No way, really?
Cash.
Yeah, well, the story behind this is, I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan because he played an important part in my life. He played a part in my salvation. He just means so much to me. He's inspired me. Little Boat, we actually named him. His middle name is Cash.
That's
so
awesome.
That's awesome.
When me and my wife got married, we went to Tennessee for our honeymoon. And we stopped off in Nashville, and we went to like Ruby Falls, and then we went to Hendersonville where Johnny Cash he lived and where he's buried at. And we did all that stuff, and when 2 weeks, actually our honeymoon, it was something kind of weird because it seems like everywhere we went there ended up being disaster.
Oh, wow.
About when we were up in Hendersonville, we met a couple, and they gave us the lowdown on certain areas. Then while we're there, we're getting ready to leave. I seen a old man and two old ladies come walking up to the grave, and the lady asked me if I was family. I'm like, no, ma'am, I wish I was. And it turns out I was talking to one of his like second cousins, Johnny's second cousins, and
oh,
she
no
asked,
way.
yeah. And I thought I was in trouble when she asked, are you family? Because we were, I was there at the grave by myself. My wife went to the car to get it going. And I started telling them about what Johnny Cash means to me and how much he's played a part in my life. And so she's like, well, would you like to go see his house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So she drove us over to where his house was, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to find us to drive by and look at his house. So they drove us by his house to get a look at it. And at that time, Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees had bought his house, and he was remodeling it. And wouldn't you know, 2 weeks after we got back from our honeymoon, his house burnt down.
Wow.
Wow.
And after we left, and before Hendersonville, we were in Nashville, and like about a year after that is when they had that big flood, and Nashville got completely underwater. And after we left Hendersonville, we went and visit my biological father up in Kentucky. And not too long after that, his house burnt down.
Hey, Bubba. Hey, you've been to my house twice. I'm getting nervous.
So
I'll get my fire extinguisher in here.
Right. So since me and my wife had gotten married, we had all these kids and stuff. So I think about 2 years ago, we decided to take the kids on a family vacation. Well, we pretty much went to all the places we went on my honeymoon.
Yeah.
And so they can see the stuff. Well, since I had been up there, they had opened up a Johnny Cash museum in Nashville. And so when we were there, I seen this in the gift shop and said, I got to have it. And so that's how I come about getting this book, is actually picking it up at his museum.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's super cool that they had it there. You know, that they
Yeah,
have a little section for that.
I don't know who the publisher is. It just says Two-Headed Monster Comics Presents. I'm sure it's probably an independent
Yeah,
because I never heard of. But it's super cool. The artwork in it is awesome, and I really this is one of my prized possessions.
that's awesome, man.
Heck yeah.
I need to go over there to the Johnny Cash Museum and get myself a copy.
Well, you might get it online. I don't know. So I mean,
It's cool though for the trip, you know. Check it out. Anyways.
So if it's an on-site purchase only or an online purchase only, you know it's pretty rare.
Yeah,
That's a cool story, Boat. You know,
that's cool.
Like we all have certain stories, you know, that we always remember, keep in the back of our mind. Like last week, I talked about the John Romita Sr. story.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and you know, I remember it was a tag. It's a Treasure Tuesday, something that's treasure in your collection, whether it's comic books or anything else. You know, and we always have that one piece, that one item that we treasure the most. So that's a very good story, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely one of mine that I hold dear.
definitely, man. Super cool. Well, we'll be wrapping things up here shortly. I know JB in the chat saying he's got to run. Catch you later. Thanks for hanging out, JB.
He's been cleaning his garage. I've been reading the chat, everything he's been typing. He's been cleaning the garage, listening to us.
Great stuff, fellas. Nice, man. I'm glad we could help you enjoy cleaning your garage. I know that's a tough task on a Sunday morning.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out with us, JB, and everybody else in the Conquistador comic book chat. If anybody has their if you guys want to prepare your last book that you want to show off.
I already got one in mind, and that's
you already got one in mind.
Dude, Stone Cold Steve Whiten. Met him at MegaCon, and he gifted me this awesome spawn.
Yeah, well, since Stay Puft got a spawn, I'll bring it on.
That sweet signature on it.
Got that Greg Capullo signature. Yeah, Spawn Sunday. That's what's
cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was great meeting him, and I only followed him on Instagram for like a week or two. And instantly we met at MegaCon, we clicked, we had a great conversation, and you know, he gifted me this. I was thrown surprised. Then that's when I found out he's the king of AOKs.
I keep a book in my back pocket, Sean. For all
yeah. So you know, it was great meeting you, Steve. I appreciate the gift that you gave me, and
man.
I definitely look forward to seeing you again. Maybe hooking you up with something. So
man, you ain't got to do that, man. I just like.
No, I gotta do something, man. I gotta do something. I can't let you just be the king of AOK, sending out stuff. I gotta get you something in return, man.
That's awesome, man. And you got anything going on in your channel, or maybe something that you're like doing a guest appearance on? That you
I know I'm gonna be a guest on Rod's channel next Sunday, and I might try and get on Chad's channel on Wednesday. You know, on the Wednesday show he does. Yeah, I might try and get on there.
Heck yeah, man. We would love to have you on there, bro. That would be awesome.
I always watch that one. I watch that one every week.
Yeah,
Sean,
I always watch that one.
Sean, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being part of the mightiest panel of them all. We'd love to have you here, man.
Yeah, man. It's great being on here, man.
And I know that you got your Mount Rushmore, your top 4 Bronze Age artists prepared for next week. We'll have Hialeah on here next week, and we'll be showing that off, man. Steve, I'll save you for last, I guess.
Okay. That's fine.
You have to go last compared to all our books, man.
Yeah, Jeff, man, what you got going on in your channel? And I know you got that amazing Spawn book right there.
Yeah, I ended the first appearance of Angela, one of my favorite redheads, indie redheads at least.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Well, what I got going on, you guys already know. Wednesdays is Cantonese Comic Wednesdays. Episode 34 drops this week. And then I have the Robert Comic Book G-Spot Galvin's Books on a Hook show on that. And then I have Celebrate Sundays with Javi and everybody else on this panel. That's pretty much it. That's what I got going on.
Good stuff, man. Cool, man. And Boatwright.
Yes, sir.
You have anything you want to plug on your channel or maybe doing another guest appearance?
Oh, well, I got this. Little Boat says he's getting into the old Western covers. He says he really likes the artwork of the old Western covers. So
Yeah, they look cool.
Well, now we know what to keep an eye out for. Little
Now
Boat.
I know what to get. Yes, now I know what to get.
Yeah.
yeah, it surprised me. I'm like, why what's with all the Westerns? He keeps, digging up a Western book here and there, and he's like, the covers are really cool, Dad.
That's a super.
Can't blame them. They are pretty cool. So
I like
that's one book I got. As far as anything going on, I'm a free agent all the time, pretty much. If I can make it, I can make it. If not, I'm not. I'm trying. I got a few videos I got to edit and stuff still to post, and that's about it for me.
Cool, man. Cool. Thanks for having, I thank you for joining us, being part of the mightiest panel of them all. Jeff, thank you as well.
You're welcome, man.
Steve, man.
Always fun.
Well, I'll show off mine, and then thank you everybody in the Conquistador comic book chat. We had some great guests in the chat today. Here's my Justice League of America giant size. This is number 67. And as I mentioned earlier in our little Silver Age history lesson, the Justice League of America was one of the big Silver Age super teams. And this is a 80-page giant, as you can see on the front cover, showcasing all of these super, super cool DC heroes.
80 pages for 25 cents.
I know, a quarter. They made sure you knew it was a quarter.
The ultimate utmost in comic magazines, Justice League of America. Super cool, man.
Awesome.
Oh, we got Boat outside, man, taking us into the nature.
Yeah, I kept losing internet, I guess, in the house. I don't know what's going on. I
thought
you were climbing a tree looking for a coconut. Make sure Rod didn't try to sneak up on you.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So, Steve, what you got for us, man?
I got a great deal on this book here, which is definitely a grail for me. And
I got to take a picture with that thing.
Jeff went with me, and Boat discovered it was me in the picture where my face wasn't even in there, so it was out before I knew it. But really great condition. Love this book. So I got 1 and 2. I might as well keep going right up the ladder and get these. I'm gonna try to go for 1 through 10 now.
Oh boy,
something to shoot for.
You have to get that 4 now, man.
Yeah, that 3 and 4. That 4 is gonna be rough.
Yeah, I think we need to do a video just showcasing this one book.
Yeah.
It's really good shape, man, and he gave such a good deal. Shout out to Urban Legends.
Yep.
Greg, he's a good dude.
Great dude, man.
Good deals,
Great guy.
and he works with you, man. He's a cool dude.
That's awesome, man.
I agree with that. He is
number
cool,
one. Avengers number 1, man.
I actually got to hold it, and I actually got to take a picture. That was actually cool.
One of my grails right there for sure. Hey, save that book. We're gonna be talking about it next week for sure, about the experience that you went through, and just you're gonna have a full week to cradle it and have it in your possession, and then next week you'll be able to tell us how it feels to have that book in your collection, man.
Hey, that's funny. I went to the movies and I told my wife, I said, I hope the dog doesn't jump up on my seat and jump up on my desk and knock my book down. She's like, stop.
No, but we will be definitely having a showcase on that book next week, and just your experience and your thoughts about it for sure, man. That is a super, super great buy, and congratulations to you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. One thing we got to tell Hialeah not to watch the show. So we're gonna surprise Hialeah with that book.
Right, he's gonna be
Hialeah and Chad knew immediately I was in.
Yeah.
Because I showed them in case any of them wanted to the Hulk 180 and 181.
Oh yeah.
That was 2 books, and he was wanting $1,000 for both, so that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that was
Neither
a
one
pretty
had
good
the
deal.
ABS though, but they looked decent. They were a good 3 or 4 grade, both of them. So
Great
If
deal.
I had the cash, I would have got it.
Yeah. Hey, but congratulations to you, Steve. That's
Yeah.
an awesome pickup,
Thank
man.
you, man.
Yep.
And
I
then
make a deal with the devil for this. You know, I'm not supposed to buy comic books to November now, so that's a whole month. But she says, I know you got ways around. I said, I got a lot of friends. They'll hold books for me and buy them, and I'll just pay them back.
Yeah.
You said I can't buy them. You didn't say I couldn't obtain them some other way.
Boat said, don't mention any tape, or don't bring that book around any tape.
No,
No, I'm not touching that book, man. No worry. I made him take it out and everything, didn't I, Jeff?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'd like to thank everybody in the mightiest panel of them all. Stay Puff, Sean. Thanks for hanging out, man. Stone Cold Steve. Thanks for everything that you do in the YouTube comic book community, man. Thanks for hanging out.
This is a great community.
Jeff Comic 813. Thank you for hanging out, man. You got an AOK coming your way from me very, very soon. I'm just digging up the last couple books, man. And Bo, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for being a part of the mightiest panel of them all as well. Everybody in the Conquistador comic book chat, thank you for hanging out on this Silver Age Sunday. We'll catch you all next week. Have a great Sunday and a great rest of your week.
All right, everybody.
Peace.